Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'm Sherry,
I'm Brooke.
and Brooke is reacting to Hercules, The Legendary Journeys. We're on
Woo!
season two,
We made it through season one. Everyone's like, yes.
season one, and the movies.
And the movie.
Anything that you want to talk about with season one or the movies before we get into season two?
I think the show was stronger than the movies for me. But I don't know if that's because the movies built up the characters and then so I liked each episode more and more when I got to see them again. But I thought season one was getting really strong near the end of the season. So
Mm,
I'm excited to kind of see they worked out like the kinks in season one and probably figured out a little more of their story and how they want to tell it. So I'm excited for season two. Normally season two is good of like every show.
yeah. Well, and I didn't talk about that the final episode, Unchained Heart, was the highest rated on IMDb.
That makes
Um,
sense.
the ones that hit the 7 point whatever of the IMDb ratings were the Warrior Princess, Gladiator,
And then the Unchained
the
Heart one.
Gauntlet, and then Unchained Heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it kind of shows that Xena's a favorite. Even in Hercules, she's the favorite because people like those episodes better.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I feel
Gladiator
like they're
didn't have her,
telling
but
no, but it had like a lot of other characters that were pretty compelling.
yeah,
I feel like so I feel like that's the audience's way of saying we need a couple more main characters because they
maybe,
really liked those extra compelling people.
maybe. And that season ended in May of 1995.
Okay,
You still
still
weren't
wasn't
born
born
yet.
yet. Still not there yet, guys. I'm still in my mom's tummy.
We are now entering September 5th of 1995.
Oh, not yet. We're getting there. We're
We're getting
very
there.
close.
This first episode is called The King of Thieves.
Okay, like Aladdin.
Maybe.
To me, he's the king of thieves. I
Who
think,
knows?
but I've heard other stuff called the King of Thieves before, I think. Or I'm thinking of Sea of Thieves, the video game. So,
Or you might be thinking of The Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood,
oh,
Prince of Thieves, with Kevin
yeah, maybe
Costner.
that's it. Oh,
Um,
God. I don't know if y'all heard that. My cat's doing something. I don't
a little
know.
bit.
It's been a day. It's been a day, guys. I'm ready to, and it's like 10 a.m., but I'm ready to watch Hercules.
It's been a week for me. I got to bed at about 3 a.m. last night.
Oof.
The night before it was 4 a.m. ish. The night before that it was 3:30 a.m. ish. So,
Yeah,
um,
no, I've been taking cold medicine every night, which luckily has been knocking me out, but like my head is still a little fuzzy, guys. So if I make no sense, well, that's about right as usual. So they might not
I'll
even notice.
I'll try to clarify like I do.
Like,
So,
what?
did you mean?
It's like, yeah, probably. I'll have forgot what I mean by that point, but it's fine. I'm taking my dog to get her picture with Santa tomorrow.
Aw,
So I have to
find
be
the
better
picture
by
on
then.
Instagram.
I will. It will be on Instagram, you guys. I'm very excited.
I'm not going to go into our spiel too many times because you guys know the drill. If you want more people to, more reactors to post reaction videos to Hercules and Xena, you need to like and comment and subscribe and share and spread the word and all of that good stuff. Also, Brooke has full episodes on her Patreon. So you
Yeah,
can,
so if your favorite scene got cut out, or you're like, oh, I don't, or like maybe something we're talking about got cut short or something, you can
or
see that there.
blurred, or,
Yeah. If you're like, wait, but I want to see everything, that is
yeah,
where you do it.
yep. I have found, and I still have to edit the video that's supposed to go up today. I'm almost done with it. I'm almost done with it. But I have found the formula is to basically have 5 second snips. So for those of you that are interested in how it's being done, the rest of it has to be blurred. Can't play any music unless there's talking over it. All of that good stuff. But 5 seconds is the key for these series so far.
Yeah, it really depends on the
Cross my
show for
fingers.
people who are interested in getting into reactions. It's not like you just record and then export it. Like there's a lot of editing that goes in. Because,
Yeah,
like, the most I've ever seen is sometimes Buffy lets me get away with 12 seconds later on. Early episodes of Buffy, if you go past like 10 seconds, they'll get you.
right,
Which, like, and I don't mean like they don't copyright it. I still have a ton of videos that have copyright on it, but they
right.
allow it to be showed.
It's
But
not
there's certain
blocked.
stuff they won't allow to be showed.
Right. So, yeah, and there is a difference between copyright and blocked.
Yeah, it
So,
just means it, even if we had ads, we wouldn't get the money off of it. But that's not really why I do it, so I don't care that much.
yeah, I don't do ads either. So, if there are ads that you see, those are YouTube putting those in. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And Brooke's YouTube channel is linked below. You can find her reactions to Buffy,
Yeah.
She-Ra, and some other stuff.
Yeah, we're doing, oh, I just posted today as of us recording this. You guys will see it after it's already out, but our Christmas movie night is going to be Die Hard, which I have never seen.
I've never seen it.
And Love Actually came in pretty close second, so I'm saying maybe I will try to do both, but I make no promises. Maybe one of them will be Patreon only and just be a full reaction. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because
By
they're
the
two
time
very different vibes.
by this time this goes up, you most definitely will be able to vote on the February movie. I don't know
Yeah.
about the January movie. So,
Yeah, I normally put it up right after movie night, which is like normally the last week or so of the month, and then at the beginning of the next month I announce what the movie's gonna be. So
yeah,
you go vote for your romantic pick. I know I'm probably gonna put The Notebook on there because I know that one's iconic, but I've never seen it.
neither.
But I don't know what else is gonna be on there.
Yeah, and I watched your tearful reaction to Stand By Me.
Okay, listen. I
Let's
cried a lot.
let's stop there.
I cried a lot, okay? They tell you at the beginning of the movie too. I won't spoil it, but they tell you. And then I forgot about what
Yeah,
happens at the beginning of the movie, so I cry at the end of the movie.
yeah. I
You know,
still
it's
cry
fine.
anyhow. I know the whole movie and I still cry. Um,
Yeah, there's a lot of crying again, okay? She-Ra, Buffy, Stand By Me, they're all making me cry. Fine,
so
whatever.
all right. Let's go ahead and get into this episode. There wasn't too much guessing on the King of Thieves. It is kind of broad and general and
Yeah,
hard to
I'm thinking
know.
it'll be a character maybe, but I'm not like I don't think Hercules is gonna be the King of Thieves or anything. That's not his vibe, so we will have, but
Maybe
I don't know
Aeolus,
if it'll be the bad guy or yeah, maybe.
maybe,
He's a
or
little
Salmonius.
self-righteous too, though. Yeah, he said goodbye at the last season, though. I don't know if he's coming
That's right.
back,
He did say goodbye, didn't
but
he?
I hope he comes back because I do like his character. He's a little like he feels like he's out of time almost. Like he doesn't fit into the world, but I kind of like him for that. Like he feels like he's from modern day and then he got shoved back.
That's
And
true.
I'm like, he kind of feels like the audience a bit.
He's the progressive one in the in the show.
Yeah, I'm like, this man is like gonna start shilling crypto in a second. Like these are my pictures, and you don't own the actual picture, but you own the idea of the picture.
So
It's so
Bitcoin and crypto wasn't even a thing when this was
I
being
know,
filmed.
but somehow he's gonna know about it.
The
That's how
in,
it feels.
the internet was brand new at that time.
They were like, no way people will ever spend millions of dollars on a picture of a picture.
I know.
Like, don't worry, we will.
Even if it's AI produced.
Don't get me started. We could have
I,
like a whole thing where we talk about Crypto Zoo and I make fun of Logan Paul, but it might take too long.
well, I've been watching people react to Megan, so
Oh my god, I love that movie. I saw it in 3 theaters. It's like I went in going, this is gonna be so bad, and then I was like, wait, why is this like a deep commentary on loss? And yet still so awesome. Like I'm obsessed with that movie. It's fine. I'm a Threegan for life.
And on that note, let's get into the King and Thieves. See who's going to be the sidekick this episode. See what trouble Hercules is
Yeah, maybe
into
we
or
meet
rescuing.
somebody new. It's a new season, everybody.
What woman is going to be in the episode?
She will be hot. I'm confident in that.
You're confident in that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it.
He was a man like no other. Hercules.
The colors look a little brighter.
I think they are.
Maybe the camera's just a little better. I don't know.
We got 5 men in the beginning here. 6.
Yeah, but Yolis probably won't kill them. But maybe he will. Maybe those 4 people ganging up on one guy are the good guys. Probably not.
I think I've seen the treasure.
You really don't want to do this. Why don't you just let him go?
Seems like they do.
Because he's still breathing.
Yeah, well, I think
Drama.
you'd like to keep it that way, don't you?
Wise guy.
They're jealous that he's more handsome. Okay, what's in that bag?
Well, I like how the sheath of the sword knocks somebody out.
That's my favorite. The only thing funnier than that is when they're pulling a sword out of like a cloth sheath and it goes and you're like, excuse me, what do you think sound is?
Yep.
Or when they make metal sounds when they're just moving, and I'm like, that's definitely not how that works. Run
Not that
away.
I couldn't have handled them myself, but thank you.
Well, it's a little early in the day for highway robbery, isn't it?
Oh, not at all. I try to start every day with a healthy dose
How
of
would you know
excitement.
what highway robbery
Bandits,
is?
lions, lynch mobs.
You
Anything
don't have a
get the
highway.
started. Autolycus is my name.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm pausing it.
Oh.
So the fella in green, Autolycus, who I
Yeah.
named my kitty after, one of my past kitties,
Uh-oh.
that is Bruce Campbell. He's the one that directed the Vanishing Dead episode
Oh.
that I was telling you, all these different movies he's been
Oh, he's
involved in.
obsessed with like zombies and ghosts and stuff.
Yes. So
Okay.
that is Bruce Campbell.
Okay, maybe he's the king of thieves.
I
Or the
don't
king
know.
of soup with that last name. I don't know.
He does have some treasure in his hand. We don't know if it's
Maybe
his treasure or not.
haunted treasure, like Pirates of the Caribbean. That might be a little too much.
Maybe there's a heart in the box.
Oh, boom. He's like, I got a job, Dad. Uh-oh. Guys, I think they got reinforcements.
Looks like we're surrounded.
What do you mean, we?
Okay. Oh, bye. Get
You
fucked.
got me out of trouble? I'm sure you can do the same for
I'm
yourself.
sorry. Does he have...
A grappling hook.
It's what? How would it work? How would it pull him without a motor?
Did you hear his cry?
Yeah.
Odele-hee-hoo.
Where's your partner in crime?
Ridiculous.
Oh, no.
Nice cape.
I was just telling to the judge. You're under arrest.
Ah, see, they were the good
You're
guys.
standing on it.
You got fucked, Eolus. You got fucked.
Yep. And not in a good
The
way.
hot woman.
She is hot.
They never let me down. He's like, Eolus is late. What fucking shit did he get into now?
About this tall blonde hair. His name's Eolus.
He gave me this.
Drama.
Punishment is...
Well, I think we know what that means. He's gonna get him a necklace.
This is the story of a time long ago, wherever an innocent Willie.
Okay, that's like a better video of the centaur. They took my note.
But they still have the old one.
Yeah. But that other, they should have just taken the other one out and put the other one in.
Not a lot of new scenes.
Yeah, not a lot. No hints for me. Why the fake nose?
There's someone here to see you, my
Is that
lord.
his real
Says his name is
nose? It
Hercules.
looks kind of makeup-y on the end. Maybe
The
I'm wrong.
king.
Yeah.
King Menelaus.
I
Like the way it fits here in this part kind of feels prosthetic. But I
think
can't
it
tell.
is.
It might be the lighting. If it is fake, I'm judging a little bit for making the king with the rubies have that nose.
I'm trying to think of the actor's face on IMDb.
Yeah. It's just the way the light hits it feels like makeup, but I
That's
could
very
be
nice,
wrong.
But
Then why doesn't he tell us where the ruby is?
because he didn't take it.
Did he not tell them the other guy took it? I guess he doesn't know the other guy took it, but I would assume.
Well, and they may think that he's just trying to pawn it off on.
Yeah. I guess the guys that got beat up though, they would have saw. Maybe they could be like, yeah, no, it was a guy with brown hair.
Innocent people have been executed.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry, but the law's part of our
Drama.
tradition. But frankly, if we don't catch the real thief, his goose is cooked.
Also, what do you want her to do? Like, fight the king? And
His
then
name was
get
Autolycus.
killed?
The peasants call him the king of thieves. I have his description here.
Title drop.
The
There
king's
you
constables
go.
swear he's uncatchable, and Autolycus has
Roll
said that
credits.
he'd rather die than be brought to justice. Well, you'd better hurry. The king has decreed that the trial starts tomorrow.
They don't waste any
Me
time
going
to do
off
that.
on a rant about how I don't think his non-violent crime should be punished by
You'll be able to
prison
get you
or
3
death.
days? Well, then I'll make
Although
sure
he
that
did
the king
beat up
feels
6
guilty about
guys.
beheading the wrong man.
I guess. But they were attacking. For stealing, but still. Seems like if everything was divided fairly, though, would he need to steal?
Good question.
Not the flips.
A little paranoid, are we?
Boo! Hercules jumps out. That's the biggest guy ever, dude. How you let him sneak up on
Autolycus,
you?
right?
Ah, you've heard me. Rumor and innuendo.
Yeah, but now he has it, so it kind of does.
Only the son of Zeus could have found me.
Well, you left
He's
quite
like, I'm
quiet.
that good.
Next time you're running from the...
The people love me.
Force yourself.
I'd rather do this.
I'm sorry, there was a tree behind you.
I know.
Not his magic
Only make
grappling
more trouble
hook.
for yourself.
He is so young and skinny.
Maybe
Not
this
the
isn't
yodel
gonna be so
lacy
easy.
food.
Counsel for the defense. I'm the one who came up with the idea.
She invented being a lawyer. I mean,
Those are short skirts on those guards.
they need the mobility.
It's a nice waterfall.
Yeah, that area is
You seen a-
beautiful.
Tall man with dark hair and a green tunic.
He's like, ugh, damn it. How does this guy keep knowing where I am?
You'll never catch him, you know.
I like her.
Wow, talented. Yeah, he won't be sus of that at all. Maybe he won't. He's kind of a himbo. Yep, he's a himbo.
For me?
So you just announce it.
Eh,
The little old
you'll
lady.
never get him. I support her. She's a reactor. She's reacting.
That's true.
She was before her time.
And she didn't even know it.
Oh, you two are gonna get in trouble in here. Again, alright, I'm just gonna let him have the insane grappling hook technology. Bro, he's like kind of outsmarting you. Embarrassing. Unless he's at the end of the road.
No match for the king of thieves.
In what world? How did you do that?
Boy.
He's magic.
Ow.
Oh, gods above, put me down!
Okay, I think you just killed him.
He's too scrappy.
The bouncy floor.
I know.
Been a pleasure, Hercules.
What was the point of that?
They don't try to hide the mats or the trampolines
No.
too well.
I mean, it looked good, like just walking on it.
Yeah. Or falling through it.
Yeah. I was like, this ruined castle's not gonna end well for them.
How could you let him retire?
See, the man's 97 years old. Strictly for maritime insurrections.
Oh, right.
Apparently, it's not a maritime insurrection.
Amendment 12K to Provision 7.
These laws are convoluted. I wonder what they're comparing it to.
The court is ready to pass judgment.
But it's part of the traditional law. And that's the most important thing, isn't it?
Oh God, what is this? Is they gonna, like, drown him? Be like, well, if he drowns, he's innocent. If he doesn't, he's a witch. He's like, what is she getting me into? Got him!
Eolus is in disbelief.
He's like, in what world? You'll be fine.
I don't suppose you'd care to give me a hand?
Hey, you're the escape artist.
Okay, but if he dies, Eolus never gets out, so...
Yeah. I was going to say, hold on to that grappling hook.
What friendship?
Maybe you will be friends. New
You stole
sidekick.
this and left my best friend to be executed for it.
Have a nice swim.
Oh my God, I was right.
Explain to me again how this is going to prove my innocence.
If you drown, you're guilty.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
but it's the
Okay, I know
opposite.
it sounds
Got it.
ridiculous.
Any more advice?
How does this take
Keep your
days?
head above water.
Seems like it took 10 minutes.
I am looking after his rights.
Strange way of doing
Well, hopefully she gave him like a knife or something. I mean, it's very handy.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. It's, no.
Think you ever wound up
For a
behind
second I
that?
thought the lighting made it
Now,
look like he was
since
just
you're
wearing jeans.
Uncatchable. You are really starting to annoy me.
Yeah, that's how I know he's probably going to be a new sidekick. He annoys Hercules.
Time's up. We're
He
dragging
dead?
the out of the water.
Yeah, he's fine.
Well, at least they got their go-go boots on.
You survived.
Iconic. How long was he in there?
I managed to slow down my heartbeat so I could hold my breath until I bowed to the surface. It's a trick I learned in the East.
It worked. You passed the first test.
First test?
Two more.
I hope they're a lot
Two
easier than
more,
this one.
like, what? I don't know what else they're gonna do.
It's called pressing.
Pressing.
Oh no. Yeah. This is just torture technique.
Mm-hmm.
Now all you have to do is stand there for an hour and not let any stones fall.
Great.
She's brave getting under there.
They're
Show
gonna
my
break
father I
his
know what I'm
neck.
doing.
Who's your father?
The
The
king.
king, of course.
The king.
Yeah, she kinda is way too confident to be like just someone, a subject.
Winning this case has become a personal matter to me.
Yeah, it's kind of personal for me too.
Yeah, I'd like not to die. Her hair's iconic though.
It is.
Well, this place certainly has a lot of character.
It's the
Interesting design.
Princess
don't you think?
Leia.
Earliest
Yeah,
series with definite
but like,
Neo-Babylonian
I don't
influence.
think hers are as pointy, right?
No, her buns rather than cones.
Oh, the fates have been kind.
Look at all the rope on him.
I've died and gone to Olympus.
Pressure for days. Yeah, this is very Aladdin though. If you touch it, it's all gonna turn
Keep
to
your voice
sand or
down.
whatever.
Half for me and some for you. Come on, let's have my hands. What are you getting at?
Whatever drove these
It's
people away.
cursed.
Sure
Okay,
is.
big pile of treasure tells me dragon.
That's usually what's guarding a treasure, isn't it?
Maybe
That big.
ridiculous
Yeah.
wasn't the right word.
That's not a dragon.
Just a giant snake.
A snack. No snack.
It's kind of a combo of an eel and a snake.
I guess if like it had wings pop out, it could be
No
a dragon.
succulents.
Yeah.
That 3D model's mouth is not actually modeled. Yeah.
If it doesn't eat us, it'll kill us with its breath.
At this rate, Eolus isn't gonna need them. Ew.
Or a leathery tongue.
The amount of times this man has hit his head.
We're gonna have to start calling him Giles.
God. Listen. Episode 12, okay? I'm in a mood.
Well, that's better. What now?
Okay, well, it's a giant snake, so.
Need your arm to grow.
I also don't think that's how lockpicking hits work. There's like not like 2 pieces. Not an extender.
Locks in
Bro,
those days.
hurry up.
Locks in those days were not as complicated as they are now.
I guess. But that makes me think it would be harder to do that.
I think we scared it.
I do not agree.
Will you stop that? Now, why can't you start
Okay,
behaving
don't
like a
break his
normal
plane.
Why can't you behave like a normal princess instead of some budding old maid who doesn't have anything in her life except screwball causes? What more do you want from me?
I want you
Aw,
to care
drama.
about people as much as you care about your inventions.
I feel she does not feel appreciated by her father.
There might be a little bit of that.
Come on.
He's fine. Hey, it's Luke.
Look at that. You made it.
Yeah,
Oh, his back.
there was nothing to it.
I know.
I just had to separate my mind from my body and
Just thinking about it.
become one with the rocks.
The next one, they're like, you have to get shot in the head and not die.
We should
Right.
put him out of his misery right now.
What are you gonna throw at me?
A wild boar?
You'll be in this pit with it for 3 hours. All you have to do is stay alive and not lose any blood.
JoJo's cuddling up to me.
3 hours?
Oh. It's just a boar. Just like climb something.
In with him then.
Wasn't it the wild boars in the book Old Yeller?
Maybe. I've only ever seen the movie, but that was when I was a little kid. I
Yeah.
tend to avoid the movies where, the dog dies.
Yeah, that's one I won't rewatch.
I'm like, I'm good. I don't know why you made me watch that as a child. Trauma.
See you in 3 hours.
He'll be fine. He's had worse.
Well,
Dick is huge.
But isn't he free after this?
It's a door.
He's gonna be free before they get back.
make them. Well, that'll take forever. All right.
Okay, would you rather
Here, let me-
starve?
That's more like it.
Think of all the innocent people that would keep you from robbing.
Was
Yeah,
the
but the
case. I
normal
would focus
people
on the
seem to
corrupt
like
and
him.
decadent. I robbed that merchant, and I gave every dinar he had to the sick, the hungry, the poor.
He's Robin
The merchant became a
Hood.
pauper. After all, I am the king of thieves.
Save it for court.
Well, that's very Herculean, but you see, there's just one small catch. If your friend lives,
Herculean
it
tusks.
means I die.
Yeah, someone still dies. If Aeolus got killed by a pig, I would laugh at him.
So I
After
smoke.
everything. Yeah, like, what? Did he set on fire? Did he eat it?
He lives. He lives.
He's fine.
You're alive.
I looked him straight in the eyes, and I put him into a trance.
What's in the middle of his palm?
Well, Father,
Oh, ow.
he
Oh,
has
ow.
passed all of the steps of the Erebus test.
What? He just poked his finger on the thing.
He bleeds.
You people are crazy!
Hey, don't talk to the king like that.
I mean, he is crazy. That's insane.
How much more trouble can I get in?
Enough of this jibber jabber. Dearsy, you asked for the Erebus test and you got it. Your client has proven himself guilty beyond a doubt. He will be.
I thought they were supposed to die.
He wasn't supposed to bleed after the boar.
That seems like a dumb rule. But
Well,
also, he didn't bleed after the boar. He
I hope
bled
it still
after the boar.
There's one way
Right.
to find out.
So they're liars.
right. And that's what Dearsy was trying to point out was, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too real.
Find something to brace the wheel.
Or run and leave him there. Guy.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Sorry, Hercules. Thank you. Get. Oh. Was he gonna
Got him
leave
around the
it?
neck.
Wow. Hercules, if you get taken out by a giant snake, I'm gonna be a little judgy about it.
At least its tongue is not too slimy.
Oh no, he feels guilty.
The dilemma. Save my hide or...
Oh god. Guys, we have to go. Yeah, I don't know why he thought he would have more strength than the giant snake. I don't know.
Well, if I remember correctly, I know what he's going to do with that end, but I can't remember for certain.
Oh. How? He's got so many concussions. Snack. Hero music. Oh my god.
As the body keeps rolling.
Yeah, up the stairs. Just in time.
Well, and they didn't do the I thought they were going to put the end of the grappling hook on the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
So I misremembered
I thought the door
that.
was going to crush the snake's head, to be fair. Now Hercules is going to feel bad because he sacrificed himself for Hercules. Angry.
I don't know why he went back.
Yeah, I guess to make sure it didn't get out. But
maybe.
Like, why would it?
I was gonna run away while your back was turned, but
you didn't,
I can't
and
seem to
that's
stand.
what matters.
Don't try.
I don't think I can move my legs. Oh, a lapse in judgment. But I'm afraid you're going to have to carry me back to Syros.
So is he faking it, or has he really injured his back?
I feel like he got thrown into concrete so many times it could be real, but I also don't trust him at all.
This is civilized, and I wish you'd execute me instead of Aeolus. Come on. I'll even put my head on the block for you.
Okay, sweetie.
Better hurry, Herc.
Yeah, like, bro, his head would be, like, cut off by now.
Well, all that jiggling for Autolycus's back and spine are not doing any good.
With this chopping device,
yeah, not great.
There'll be no more sloppy work with an axe. Say it now.
Two
I
things,
didn't
actually.
do it.
I'm innocent. And you should be nicer to your daughter.
You're about to die, bro.
Should I enter that in the record, Your Highness?
Yes, well, tradition gives us no other choice. Commence the execution.
Jesus!
I have
So he has
told
a
you
grappling
I'm
hook
sorry.
that can go, and he has a flying machine, but they gotta cut a rope.
Yeah. With a dull knife.
Yeah, that's also dull.
Stop! Look at that.
Too late.
What is this?
You were supposed to give me 3 days.
Okay, well, bitch.
How you doing?
I tried.
I've had better days.
Ah, you've heard of me.
He's here as a witness for the defense.
You're executing the wrong man.
Yeah, that's my point,
Hercules
exactly.
stole it.
He didn't
bro?
rob the royal vault. I did.
He said he would steal it back.
You, sir, have had the honor of being robbed by the greatest thief of all
Thank
time.
you.
My mission is complete.
Okay, I don't believe this. I don't believe him for 1 minute.
It is a bit hokey.
Father, do something.
Start a new tradition.
We could make
Wait,
cake
tradition
of it.
isn't that innocent people get murdered?
I was going to say, I would think that would take precedence over tradition.
Would you help me?
You know I would.
Bro, he's the worst. Little close for comfort.
Yep.
Telecus wasn't as bad as he wanted you to believe.
Proof of that
I
is right
still
here.
don't believe he's dead. He's
Take
a
this
little
to the
liar.
royal vault and prepare Autolycus' body for a state funeral.
I was going to say, everybody's just walking around him.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Where's my money pouch?
Get fucked.
You and your father have a lot of work to do. I'll come back when things settle down.
Yeah, but you could have married her and then been a king.
You haven't
That's
seen
all
the
I'm
best part of
saying.
our country yet.
Drama. I mean, good for them. Little nerds.
You're calling the lawyer a nerd?
Oh, okay, let's be realistic. Lawyers are nerds.
Ah, dear C. No, I left my heart inside.
They're all nerds. Is that him?
Someone you know? You wanna go after him, make sure?
No, let him go.
Nope.
Yeah, otherwise how will he come back? Okay, we need new sidekicks. very Halloween Town coded, in my opinion.
I'm going to stop. There's no disclaimer on this
Yeah.
one. So, what'd you think?
I liked it a lot. I like the new character. How do I pronounce it?
Autolycus.
Autolycus. I feel like he's a new one of our revolving sidekicks. Like, I think he'll come back. I felt like the camera quality was a little better, or the colors just popped a little more. So that could
Okay.
be like a lens or just an editing choice. I don't know, but I just felt it felt a little brighter.
Okay.
Which I kind of liked. Maybe it was just the set pieces and stuff. But I think it was an interesting commentary on the legal system.
Yeah, I mean, laws being based on tradition, but also can the laws be changed and all of that.
Yeah. Which it definitely wasn't very changed very often, and even now we still have such like the part where she's like looking through all the different little like loopholes and stuff that feels very relatable to today,
Hmm.
where like every law is written with a loophole for like corporations or whatever. So
Yeah.
it kind of felt like related to that, and they were even seeing that back then. So where it's like, why are the innocent people being falsely imprisoned if the system is just, kind of thing?
And why are we using trial by combat type of stuff that really realistically they can't win?
Well, also, yeah, and like being like, well, we're doing this law because it's tradition, right? But it's like that's kind of like what we're facing right now with like marijuana and stuff, and like how it's becoming legal in a bunch of places, but there's
Mhm.
still people incarcerated for having it. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, if it's not against the law and our views on that have changed, why are we still spending tax money to keep these people in jail instead of, being like, oh, well, we don't see that as illegal anymore in certain places. So those places, they shouldn't be in jail kind of thing. And this was kind of similar where it was like, she's like, why are we going based off this old law when we absolutely know he's innocent of a crime, something
Yeah.
that isn't like he didn't do,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is kind of a modern day comparison to it, but I'm sure they were already talking about stuff like that back then as well.
Yeah. What herbs and stuff should be legal or not legal? Should be allowed to be used. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and there's always been innocent people going to jail for things they didn't do, or that maybe like it wasn't as black and white as maybe the laws make it look. So I think that's
Yeah.
an interesting commentary at like set in a very different period.
Well, and you brought up marijuana, and marijuana is more nuanced than that also because you've got recreational versus medical versus
Yeah.
completely illegal. You've got state laws versus federal laws. Federal law, it's still illegal.
Yeah. It's why
All of
it's
that.
so complicated. I'm
Yeah,
like, but it's at the same time, I'm just like, there's enough people in jail. But it's just like,
agreed.
yeah. So I'm like, I feel like it's still illegal at federal level in like certain states, but I'm like with other states having it be legal, it's very complicated, I think. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like, well, we're obviously saying it's not that bad. But so I think it's interesting. That's what it made me think of with like her being like, we know he's innocent, like why are we sticking to a law that like doesn't make sense anymore?
Yeah. Or why are we not using these new technologies that we do have to confirm whether or not somebody is innocent or guilty?
Yeah, and it's like obviously that's harder, I guess, with just like stealing something, but like they have no way. Like there's no one who could place Aeolus like in the kingdom before he was found with the treasure. So like his story of someone giving it to him makes more sense.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't know. And like they could have gone and found those guys and been like, "No, we were chasing the guy who looks doesn't match Aeolus's description," and then Aeolus showed up. Like
Yeah, she
it
didn't even
feels like
consider witnesses.
yeah, there was a lot they could have done. And I know like that's way like witness testimony now isn't like super reliable. They're finding out like with like
Right.
research and stuff. But like they didn't know that back then. Like it would have been fine.
Well, it might not have helped him because he was beating them up and helping Autolycus, the king of
Yeah,
thieves.
but their story would still make sense that he showed up and helped, and there was someone else involved, and maybe at
True.
least that would have been like, well, we have to
Summed
find the
out.
other guy so we can punish them both, or we can figure out the real story. But I think it makes sense for the idea that people were like, we just want the crime to be solved. We don't exactly care if we get the right person.
Yeah.
And I think that's modern day as well.
I had turned my head because I was looking, and I will put a picture up in my YouTube edit, but that action figure right there is Autolycus in his green tunic and his purple
Okay, he has to come back then
hood.
because like
That outfit was in this episode.
I know, but they're making a figure for a guy who's in one episode. I've got a marketing degree. I don't know how many people would buy that figure.
It's
But
a
maybe.
well-loved figure, but it doesn't mean he came back.
Thus, I think he came back. That's my prediction. My question for the day is
Is Brooke right?
Am I right?
No. What is your question?
I don't go and look at the answers to the questions on YouTube either, though, because like I don't want to see spoilers in case they're in the comments.
Okay.
So if you guys are answering my questions, when there's answers, maybe we'll bring them in. But I'm trying to think of one relatable or to the episode, but most of them I'm like, ooh, that might cause fights.
Has anybody been falsely accused of something?
Yeah, have you ever been falsely accused of something? How did you prove your innocence? That'd be kind of interesting.
Whether it was peers or the legal system.
Yeah, it doesn't
or
have to be like you beat a murder charge or
parents.
something. Because did you have to Nancy Drew it or did people just believe you? I feel like that. Then like, here is my evidence.
I'm
Yeah, that's
pointing
a
at
good
my
one.
sister.
She did it. That's my cat pointing at the other cat when I wake up and the present is open in the morning. They're like, you know we didn't do it. You know it was her.
Yeah, who left this vomited mouse on the floor?
You. Yeah, that's a good one.
Anything else about this episode?
No, but I think it's a good opening for season 2. We have Aeolus, we have Hercules, we got some new characters. I think we spent a little more time with the side characters this time, like the king and the princess felt a little more developed than our side characters from season 1, and I kind of like that. So I hope that's a continued trend. Like they got scenes that were like just them that actually felt important to their characters.
Yeah. And King Mena, hold on a minute. Menalo, King Menelaus. That actor is Martin Sanderson. Martin spelled with a Y instead of an I. And
iconic.
We've seen him before in Circle of Fire and Underworld. He played Thespius. And you didn't recognize his face. And I can't remember what his face looks like on IMDb, and I don't have my phone with me. But I don't know if that was a prosthetic or not.
It looked more real in later scenes. I think it might have been the makeup. It just made it look really like shiny on the tip to a level that other people in the noses scenes weren't. Like Hercules looked like not shiny. So I was like, is that makeup? What is his last name?
But he was also a gatekeeper in Fellowship of the Ring. So another Lord of the Rings actor.
What was the actor's last name?
Sanderson.
I'm looking him. Well, he says he's a New Zealand actor.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think his nose is just round at the end. But the way they did the makeup, I think, is what caused me to think it might be prosthetic.
Okay.
But I don't think it is.
The other fact that I have for you, and this is a little long, so I'm going to name a bunch of stuff and then you just give a final thought. But the man who directed this one, this episode, also co-wrote it. His name is Doug Leffler, and he worked in the art department for other Hercules movies, this Hercules series. He storyboarded episode 1 of season 1. He has worked on Jim and the Holograms, G.I. Joe, The Transformers, Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater, another good movie to add to your list. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Fern Gully, Hocus
Oh, I've seen
Pocus.
Ferngully. Ferngully's iconic.
Yeah. Hocus Pocus, X-Men Days of Future Past, Tomb Raider, Deadpool 2, Godzilla King of Monsters, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Ugh.
All of these different things he's worked in the art department for, but he's also directed other Hercules episodes, and he will actually direct some of the Xena episodes. So
Very big career.
yeah. So
Interesting.
mostly in the art department area of either storyboarding or something along those lines.
Yeah, but that's the cool department. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that.
Yeah, getting to work on all the effects and the art department's huge. They do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I love working. I did art department for plays and stuff in high school and things like that. I like making stuff.
Yeah, I did it in high school, and I had one semester where I worked on a set for one of the college plays. So,
it's fun.
Yep. On that note, thank you all for joining us on this episode, and we'll see you on the next journey.
Bye.
Bye.
Queen's work, never done.
Oh, Queen's work, it's never done. So busy.
You know, it's about time you guys got down on your knees and kissed my ass. I made you who you are today. Print that one for those boys back home.